MSNBC.
New numbers from the Washington Post and ABC News show Newt Gingrich's surge has lost a bit of steam, while Mitt Romney has pulled even with the former speaker. But inside the numbers, there are still some stark differences. For instance, Gingrich still holds a commanding lead among the most conservative Republicans, 36% to 22%. Dan Balls is my colleague and the senior national political correspondent for the Washington Post. Dan, let's get right into it. The conservative number seems to be important because we know people who are self-identified conservatives tend to be the ones who are the most likely to vote. Does that suggest that Gingrich, although he's eroded a bit, still has kind of a core strength there or not?
Well, I think what it really says, Chris, is it's a reminder that Governor Romney's continuing to have trouble with that part of the Republican base, and that's an important problem that he's got to overcome as this campaign goes forward. Right now, it's helpful to Gingrich, but the question is whether he can survive the attacks that are going on, particularly in Iowa, where he's being bombarded by negative ads. So things are pretty fluid right now, but I think it does remind us that Governor Romney does have a problem with the base.
And, you know, Dan, I know you're like me, always liking to dig into the numbers. One of the numbers I found fascinating, I wrote about it this morning, is what I was calling the authenticity gap. We asked a great question, I think, which is, which of the candidates will say what he believes? 65% of people said they had either a great deal or a good amount of belief that Ron Paul would say what he believes. Gingrich, 52%, Romney, 51%. Now, this is among Republicans, so, you know, you've got a bare majority. Does that speak to, it's obviously a problem we've known for Romney, this kind of do people believe him, but does that speak to why we're talking about Ron Paul 14 days before the Iowa caucuses?